we turn our attention to a story of cooperation with a twin sister alliance being created between two cities, one in Long Island, New York, and one in the West Bank. So to hear more in their own words, we welcome again Mayor Pedram Bral, the mayor of a village of Great Neck, Long Island, New York, and Eli and Great Neck, mayor of the town of Eli in the West Bank. So we're talking about integration, we're talking about cooperation. You're doing it slightly differently. It's a twin alliance. How does it work? Tell us more.
So I wanted to thank you, and I think it's a great day to be here. One, because I believe that the United States is actually coming to Israel. Our president is here meeting the prime minister, and that is on a more regional, and I think to do it more locally, and that's why Mayor Eliyahu and I have done. I think we are taking two villages and two towns in a way and bring us together and say that even though there may be some differences, but living peacefully with your neighbors, that what I've seen there, it's something that all Americans are looking forward. And as a representative of a good number of people in my town, I would like to say welcome President Biden to continue the initiation that started with Abraham Accord, and I believe that that's what they're going to be doing. So they're doing it regionally. I think we start doing it locally, and I have met with a couple of other mayors in Israel, in Jordan, in Golan Heights, and in proper Israel, and hopefully we're going to continue that as well.
So talk to us about how this initiative has benefited you in the West Bank so far.
First of all, thank you about the interview here. And another thing, Eli is in Judea and Samaria, is in part of Israel, you know, and we think that all the relationships that we can develop together, also with the Arabs, also with every friends that we have the same things that we can share together. It's important to us, and one of the things that Dr. Pedram talked with me before 2 months or something like this, he told me that he wanted that let's do a cooperation that make a change from down to up, from the area to the high levels. And I think it was very, very important to us that some community from US that come to here, and they said we want that Judea and Samaria be our part of our life, something that we want to show to our people what's will happen in Judea and Samaria. It's something also important to us, so because that we are doing the twin cities.
I understand as well that you are reaching out to other cities and other parts of the world. What is working so far? What have you learned so far?
So we are traveling to Morocco in September, and meeting with the mayor in Dakhla, with a few people that are coming with me. And I think, again, as I said, Judea and Samaria has been an integral part of Israel for millennials. There has been Jews there for many, many years, and I've seen, based on my conversation last night, actually I met the mayor from Golan Heights, from the village of Ain, I forgot the name of the village.
No?
No. And Mograbi, the mayor of Mograbi, who actually, his family was born at that time in Syria, which was in that village, and after 1967, when the village was taken by the Israelis, many of the leaders were against any type of involvement with the Israeli government, and until he became the mayor in 2018, he made them realize that being under a democratic state like Israel is going to benefit them. And in short 4 years, just in 4 years, he was able to build them schools and sports arenas and has gotten so much funding from the state of Israel. And one thing I learned from him that I think everybody needs to know, that if you are a friend of Israel, if you live in Israel and you want to really progress, the Israeli government helps you and gets you to where you want to do. And I tell you, I saw the pictures from maybe 5 to 10 years ago, and I see pictures from today. And what he has been able to achieve, he changed the minds of all those leaders who were against any involvement, who actually blocked the democratic process of voting 4 years ago. And now they actually, about 500 of them have become citizens. And I think this is a lesson that I learned, that in Israel, if you're friends with the Israeli government and you want to progress, the Israeli government allows you to do that, and that was amazing for me.
Well, it's so interesting, of course, because the Abraham Accords, which were started in the beginning with President Donald Trump, and now hopefully there is discussion of normalization elsewhere, is going to see exactly that. More and more nations across this region turning to cooperation with Israel. Thank you so much for sharing your initiative, Mayor Pedram Bral and Eli Eliyahu. We wish you all the best with your futures. Thank you so much for your time.